Welcome to Berber History and Tradition. Today, we're going to tell you the story of a man whose imagination left a lasting mark on all of Europe. Do you know the author of the most famous novel in Spanish literature? Behind the biting irony of Don Quixote lies a life full of adventures, wounds, and captivity. This is the incredible destiny of Miguel de Cervantes, the man behind the legend. Part 1, The early years. Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra was born on September 29, 1547, in Alcalá de Henares, a modest town not far from Madrid. He was the son of a humble barber surgeon, Rodrigo de Cervantes, and grew up in a large family facing financial hardship. From an early age, Miguel was drawn to poetry and literature. Words fascinated him more than weapons. In 1568, at just 21, he published his first poems in honor of Queen Elizabeth of Valois, already showing promising talent. But Spain's golden age was unstable, and literature didn't pay. Cervantes took a different path. Part 2, The Soldier and the Prisoner. In 1569, fleeing a duel-related accusation, he left Spain for Rome. There, he found refuge with a prelate and discovered the artistic wealth of Renaissance Italy. But adventure called. He joined the Spanish army in the Naples regiment. On October 7, 1571, he took part in a historic naval battle, the Battle of Lepanto, where the Holy League fought the Ottoman Empire. Miguel was severely wounded, 3 gunshots, 2 to the chest and 1 to his left hand, which he could never use again. He earned the nickname, the Cripple of Lepanto, which followed him for life. But the story was far from over. In 1575, on his way back to Spain, Cervantes and his brother were captured by Barbary pirates. They were taken to Algiers, a cosmopolitan city ruled by Dey Hassan Pasha. He remained captive there for 5 long years, attempting 4 escape attempts, 1 toward Oran. All of them failed, but his bravery impressed even his captors. The Dey, moved by Cervantes' courage and dignity, gave him a certain degree of respect and limited freedom. During one attempt, Cervantes hid in a coastal cave, now known as the Cervantes Cave, near modern-day Bab el Oued. Finally, after a ransom was paid by the Trinitarians, he was freed on October 24, 1580, at age 33. Part 3, The Unlucky Writer. Back in Spain, Cervantes hoped for recognition for his military service. But years passed, and he received neither title nor honorable position. He survived by taking humble jobs, tax collector, food supplier for the Invincible Armada fleet. Thankless and underpaid work, which even landed him in jail several times. Yet, he never gave up writing. In 1585, he published his first novel, La Galatea, a pastoral story inspired by his Algerian experience. He also wrote for the theater, but without success, overshadowed by the famous Lope de Vega. But in the shadows of poverty, a masterpiece was taking shape. Part 4, The Birth of Don Quixote. Around 1604, while imprisoned in Valladolid, Cervantes gave life to an extraordinary character, a dreamy hidalgo, obsessed with chivalric novels, who decides to become a knight himself. This was Don Quixote of La Mancha, accompanied by his loyal squire Sancho Panza. In 1605, the first part of the ingenious gentleman Don Quixote of La Mancha was published. It was an instant success. Spain discovered a novel that was funny, profound, ironic. A sharp critique of society and a tribute to lost ideals. In 1613, Cervantes published the exemplary novels, a collection of moral tales. Then, in 1614, Journey to Parnassus, a dialogue with the Muses. And finally, in 1615, the second part of Don Quixote, darker, more philosophical, where the hero becomes aware of his madness. Part 5, Final days. Despite his literary success, Cervantes remained poor. He lived in modest conditions in Madrid, but never stopped writing. Just days before his death, he finished a final chivalric novel, The Labors of Persiles and Sigismunda, published posthumously. He died on April 23, 1616, in a small house in Madrid's literary quarter, and was buried in the convent of the Trinitarians, the very order that had rescued him from Algiers. Conclusion: Miguel de Cervantes, through military bravery and literary genius, turned the hardships of his life into an eternal masterpiece. Don Quixote still speaks to us today, of dreams, ideals, and that noble madness that drives those who refuse to give up. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Berber History and Tradition for more fascinating stories. See you soon for a new video.